what else is new, honestly, with me? Hello, everyone. This is Fred right here. Oh, God, that cup is empty. Where the hell is my Coke? Cola. Coca-Cola, not Coke. Okay. Oh, I shouldn't put it there. Hello, everyone. Make sure I have chat open. Okay, there we go. Okay, so I feel like that I probably should explain why I look like a train wreck right now, why I'm coughing and I'm drinking Coca-Cola on stream. Also, why the thumbnail is an inhaler. Hello, Kenma, welcome. I apologize for the train wreck that you're gonna witness. So for context, I deleted the other live stream I made like a couple of days ago, but I got diagnosed with COVID. And my whole house has it at this current point. And for some reason, I have it the worst out of all of it. I say. Ugh. I say for some reason, but I know the reason. And that reason is that I have a really bad immune system. My immune system is more difficult to handle than the rest of my house. And there are reasons for that are kind of lengthy and shit, but what I will tell you is that whenever I was 3 years old, I had a very bad health scare that really did not aid me in any way. I actually almost quite literally died as a 3-year-old because of that whole thing. And I still deal with the repercussions because my teeth got fucked up. Hello, Emerald Eyes. Thank you for wishing me better. But I kind of wanted to come on here and tell y'all, like, hey, here's where I've been. And also just to tell you the funny story about getting the COVID diagnosis and the bullshit I went through for experiencing bad doctors and stuff, because the first person who got the COVID diagnosis was my second oldest brother, and he was diagnosed last Friday, I can say now. So it's been like a week since he got diagnosed. And he got it because he had to go to the emergency room for other reasons, which was kidney stones, which is not fun. And while he was there, there was this woman, and I'm sorry, but I really was mad whenever I heard this story from them. But my mom and my brother said that while they were in the emergency room waiting area, there was a woman who had her mask down, like not even covering her mouth or nose, and she was coughing and coughing and coughing. And I was so mad when I heard that. I was like, are you for real? Like, what's the point of having a mask if you're not going to use it? And we suspected that's where we all got COVID and all that jazz. So once he got it, I think all of us in the house kind of knew, like, we're next. And I ended up going into the emergency room. It was like, we went to a military hospital that, because my family is in the Air Force and whatnot. So we have that benefit. So we basically, people these days, yeah, it sucks. And it gets worse. But basically, while we were, but I thought I had strep throat because I had a really bad sore throat. And I was like, oh, well, maybe I got strep throat or whatever. Because my mom works really closely with kids and whatnot. She goes to their houses because she's a behavioral technician for children with autism. Bless her heart, really cool. But she had a kid who had gotten strep throat, and she thought that maybe she got it and gave it to me. Because she also had a sore throat, so it's like, okay, well, maybe that's what's going on. I was hopeful that was the case, frankly, but no, of course it wasn't. So we both got COVID diagnosis. Hello, Selena. Welcome to the stream. I hope you pardon the train wreck that's gonna come. Basically, after, and it sucked because whenever we went into the hospital, into the emergency room on Monday to get checked out, I had to go in by myself because my mom was checking into the emergency room as well because she had a migraine and stuff. So it's like, okay, well, they didn't really want her to come in with me because they were like, well, you could get it, or you could miss your doctor. It sure sucks that you got COVID. Yeah, and I got it probably the worst out of my entire household. Like, it's bad. But basically, hold on.
Gloria.
Yeah?
How are you feeling?
Good. I'm doing a live stream.
Are you doing better?
Kinda.
You're doing coughing.
Yeah. I'm gonna take the inhaler soon.
Alright. I just wanted to check on you.
Okay.
Bye. Love you.
Love you. That was my dad. Sorry about that. Anyway, basically, after I went into the emergency room, or after I got a room in the doctor's office, basically, they told me that I had COVID, and at that point, I just broke down crying, like, profusely, because I was, like, so upset that, like, it happened, and everything like that, and I was just, like, shocked, and it was a struggle to even get the doctors to give me anything for the COVID, because keep in mind, I went into the emergency room initially for a sore throat, so I was like, okay, well, can you give me something for the COVID, and they said no, and I was like, what? And then I asked them, like, please, just give me something for the sore throat, because that was what was killing me at the time. So they were like, all right, fine, we'll give you some sort of the sore throat. So they give me a shot or a needle. But it wasn't in my shoulder. No. It was in my butt. That sucked, because they explained to me that the needle was too big to go in my shoulder and everything. So like, no, we have to give it to you in your lower back. And I was like, are you for real here? And whenever I finally realized that where they were gonna put the shot, I broke down crying. I just started sobbing. And I reiterated to them, like, I'm autistic and everything like that. So, of course, this is, like, scary for me. And I didn't have my mom in the room with me, so she couldn't, like, help me. So they were all like, yeah. And they kept, like, laughing at my ass. I was like, okay, are you for real? Ooh, sounds painful. It was. And I think the way I would describe how I felt in that moment was just so vulnerable and so, like, alone. Because, I mean, I had people who were texting me all throughout the day and everything like that on Monday and be like, oh, I hope you're doing okay, Gloria, or I hope you feel better. And I was like, thank you, but it wasn't, like, the same, because I really wanted someone to hold me and make me feel better, and I couldn't have that. Ugh, these coughing fits are getting so bad. I ended up going back to the emergency room, I think last night, and we went back, and we also had to get my dad's COVID diagnosis, because he knew he had it, but he just, like, didn't get the actual results. Signs a virtual hug. Thank you, Selena. I love you too. But basically, they gave me an inhaler, as I'm sure you can tell what this is, and they also gave me something else. I have it right here. I'm not going to show the box because I don't want people seeing my name on a prescription, because I'm not saying that y'all have bad intentions, but some people do, and some people are shady, so probably shouldn't show my name on a prescription. They also gave me this, which is like, these are things that typically people with asthma use, and I only know this because Illuminations talked about having asthma and how she takes this, which is like called Advair. She calls it Advair, and I was like, Jesus, and all that jazz. But I just hate it. I don't know why I got it the worst out of everyone, but at the same time, it kind of makes sense, because I have a really bad immune system and everything, so when I get sick, I get it worse. I have been coughing so much that my parents are like having mini freakouts and everything. I coughed really hard earlier when I was walking into the living room. My mom almost like freaked out because she's like, are you okay? And it's like, it's just a coughing fit. She has been really worried and all that, and I've avoided a lot of shit. I don't know. I can't do much of anything, and that's kind of why I haven't been very active in writing stories, because the most I can do is just lay in bed, because sitting at the computer and typing is really easy, and it's a minimal task, but, like, my issue is the fact that, like, Hope you feel better soon and praying that you feel better soon. Sending my blessings. Please get better. Thank you, Slover. Thank you. I love you too. But I just wanted to make this live stream to kind of tell y'all that I may be out of commission for quite a while, which I know is not too new because I typically go AWOL or MIA pretty frequently on this channel. I don't do it out of anything else, but more just like, oh, Elle's Lover, that's her name. It took me a second to read that. I feel you. Elle is the best. He's bae. I want to make more Elle stories and whatnot. I have some ideas, but I'm not going to spoil them. But I've actually thought of like the idea of I've actually thought about making a story with characters. Luna Milhahan. I'm sorry that you have COVID. I hope you feel better soon. Oh, thank you for the flowers, Luna. Thank you. But I've actually thought about making an ex-6th grader for a while ever since this whole thing happened. You don't deserve this shit. Thank you. I mean, at the same time, honestly, I say this pretty frequently to people in my personal life, but I say it a lot where it's like, my entire household has COVID, and I would rather it be me dealing with the worst of it than anyone else, because I don't like the feeling of seeing people I love and suffering, and even though I feel awful, I would rather it be me than someone else, because I don't like seeing other people in pain. I've always had the kind of policy, I say it in a calm tone, but I've always believed this for like ever since freshman year of high school. And it is partially religious, but it also is just because I don't believe in it. I have always been the type of person where it literally does not matter who a person is. They could be the most garbage human being on the face of the earth. I would still take a bullet for them because it's like, I don't wish harm on anyone. I don't see the point in doing that and everything and all that jazz, but I don't know. And that's kind of why I'd rather me go through all this than my family. And my mom told me, like, I completely disagree. And it's like, well, you can't change it, so suck it up. Because I don't want her dealing with it any more than she has to and all that. And she's been spoiling me really well. She's been treating me really well since I got COVID. And I appreciate it completely. She got me these new pajamas. I ended up staining them a little bit with ketchup. It's kind of hard to see, but I don't know. But she got me pajamas. She got me some food and stuff, and it's just been incredible. But I know that my whole family's worried. Hello, Mendez. I'm sorry if I said your name wrong. I hope that you're doing okay. But I just wanted to hop on here and tell y'all, like, I'm not dead. Not yet, at least. I'm kidding. But I actually initially wanted to go on my computer and just like record a video. But my computer is a piece of shit, so it's like, fuck it, I'll just do a live stream. Oh, I feel bad for you. I mean, I was gonna say I've dealt with worse, but I'm not, I mean, technically I have. I don't know. I don't remember a time of being sicker than this, because it's COVID, so of course I feel like crap. But the only other time I think I've been in such a terrible condition was probably when I was 3. Because I'm not going to go into the whole story because it's really lengthy, and it's also pretty, like, crazy. And I don't even remember the whole thing because I was only 3 years old, but I ended up, when I was 3, got diagnosed with a disease called Call me Brianna. Okay, Brianna. But whenever I was 3 years old, I got diagnosed with this disease called Kawasaki syndrome. And it was a shit show. And I actually got put into a coma, a medically induced coma, to kind of like give my body the ability to rest. And I went through hell. It really sucked. And what's funny is that my parents theorized that because of that whole incident, that it left my immune system in a pretty weakened state, which is probably why I feel like shit now with COVID. because my immune system is worse off because of the Kawasaki syndrome. It's like, oh, good. Another reason I hate it, because that whole experience also destroyed my teeth completely. So that's another reason why I don't like it. That and like, who wants to go through that, you know? But it sucked. But I'm kind of glad that I don't remember a thing of it. I only remember like 3 flashes essentially of everything that happened. But I've been told the story of so many times that it takes on the quality of a memory and everything. But yeah, like, it sucks. And I've kind of just been, I've literally just been taking naps all day, every day. And also eating whenever I'm able to, because sometimes I don't I struggle enough with eating enough as it is. I suck at having an appetite because my stomach is really bad. I have IBS, which is probably TMI, but I've also heard that autism plays a factor in it. Yeah, it's okay when you're starting to feel better. Hopefully we'll see you soon when you will make some videos. I'm hoping you get better. I also have ideas for Alex that's there too. Hope you feel better. Thank you, Elle's lover. Thank you so much. You're so sweet. L is Bay. He's actually my first ever anime crush, if I remember correctly, so you got taste. But basically, I have kind of just been going through it, and I've been really like, I've been taking like every over-the-counter medicine possible and all that shit, but I've just been trying at this point to just like sleep when I can and eat when I can and just like do nothing else, because they always say like, oh well, you can't be active and whatnot whenever you get COVID, and it's like, that sucks for me because I'm a very active person. I like to go outside in the backyard a lot. I like to run around and walk and shit. So the idea of not being able to be active and move around really is taking a toll on me. Hang on. Ignore the mess of my bed, but just bear with me. I have a speaker that is essentially 3 feet tall. This is how tall my speaker is. Hang on. Apparently I can't rotate. That is my speaker. And I love it. And guess what? I can't use it. Because my parents don't want me listening to music and dancing and going crazy in my room while I'm sick, because they're all like, no, you could hurt yourself. And it's like, fair. But I miss listening to music and being active so much because I have really bad ADHD. So not being able to do that really is awful and everything. And the majority of the time, I'm just sleeping or I'm in bed or something, and I'm just binge watching all of YouTube's library and shit. Because it's like, what else am I gonna do at my time? Because I'm too indecisive to do much else, and even if I wasn't, I can't because I'm sick off my ass, and it sucks. I can barely shower, honestly, because like, we have a tub that like it's like a bathtub with the shower in it, so you can technically stand or sit in the tub if you want to, but I typically stand because it's easier that way. But I hate it because sometimes it's hard for me to stand in the shower without like getting disoriented or dizzy, and it's like, that's something that I probably should be careful. That's why my hair is a mess in a bun. Because it's like, I know I look awful right now with my hair like this, but I don't care at all, because it's like, I am not going to put in effort to brush my hair when I can barely stand up straight without getting disoriented. So I'm not going to bother. Whenever I feel better, that's whenever I'll brush my rats instead of a hair. So it's like, that's when I'll take care of it. We'll cross that bridge when we come to it. We'll worry about it when we get to it. So I don't care. Thank you, the goddess. You are a goddess. Don't forget that, girly. Or sweetheart, whatever. You look fine. I look way worse. Oh, I doubt that, honestly. And it's kind of funny because, like, I don't know. Like, people tell me I look fine. I don't know about my voice. I don't even know about my voice. But I feel like I sound awful. Or at least, I know that I sound out of it because my friends have told me, like, who I've been on the phone with, they were like, yeah, you don't sound like yourself. but you sound okay. And it's like, yeah, aside from the cough. Because the cough is really aggressive. And even I had therapy on the phone earlier today. And my therapist was really worried and everything. And it kind of felt bad because whenever I would cough, I would almost make her cough. Because it's like, kind of like, it's like whenever you yawn and stuff. And it spreads. I hate that. But yeah, I mean, the only real bright side to the whole thing is that I don't have a job, and I'm currently not in college just yet. I'm gonna be going to college in the fall. Hopefully I feel better by then, honestly. But, because I don't have a job and because I don't have college work to worry about, I essentially I'm pretty much good. You look amazing, Queen, even though you don't look, even though you don't, you still look amazing. Oh, thank you. You're too sweet. But because I don't have EO school, I know, right? It's so shitty. But I gotta get an education, because otherwise it's like, I don't know. I don't know. I want to be a psychologist or not. I don't know if y'all can see the sign over there. The white sign in the background next to the shadow plushie, but I don't think you can. But it says psychology. The science that tells you what you already know using words you do not understand. I love that. But I want to be a psychologist, which is why I want to go to college. You look fine. Thank you, Brianna. You're too sweet. But I don't know. For me, at least, like, I kind of just want to get through COVID and shit. My brother is going to be a senior. Oh wow. Side note, I don't know how many people here are going to be seniors in high school, but I just want to tell you, don't let your guard down with high school just because you're going to be a senior. Because I've heard people who think that senior year is easy, and I guess it technically is a case-by-case thing. But for me, senior year sucked for the most part and everything. I'm a freshman this year. Oh. I mean, honestly, like, I don't know, it's like, if I were you, just focus on school. Because I know a lot of people in high school who always try to focus on things like popularity and making friends and stuff, and it's like, as someone who graduated, I could tell you that it's good to have friends, don't get me wrong, like, it's good to have it, but don't focus on being the most popular person you can be. That's not smart, because at the end of the day, when you graduate, no one's gonna remember it, and most people are just gonna move on, because they're gonna go into places like jobs and college and stuff like that, so it's like, just enjoy it. And I know it's hard to enjoy it, because you have to do with things like homework and quizzes and stuff, but I miss high school, honestly, because I did not enjoy high school for the first 2 years, and it took a toll on me. And I miss it, because, like, I didn't get, like, a proper high school experience because of COVID. Because COVID hit in my junior year. My man's, like, 6'2". He's a trash. Yeah. I always envy that, because I'm 5'1.5", and I'm mad because it's like, when I was a kid, I wanted to be taller than my dad. He's 5'11", so I was like, no, that's not gonna that's obviously not gonna happen. So that's stupid. But I hold on to that hope. I'm 5'1" too. A high five. But I don't know. For me at least, like, I kind of just, what time is it? I know I'm totally unprofessional for drinking Coca-Cola on YouTube. I know that I'm really unprofessional, but at this point, I don't really care, because y'all are too sweet for me anyway. Y'all are sweet as hell, and y'all tell me, like, oh, it's fine. So I was like, I feel fine in, like, being unprofessional. 1:44. Okay, then I think you're in the same time zone as me. Perfect. Then I'm going to take some of this, because, I'm going to take a puff of this inhaler and end the stream, because I gotta stop. Because I actually had to take this at 1:40, because that's what, I think I took the inhaler last at 10 o'clock. So, cheers. Tastes weird. I'm not, thank you, but you're sweet too. Thank you. Oh, you're Minnesota? Okay, well then never mind. We're not in the same state, but we're in the same, I think, time zone still, so it works. It's 1:44 for you too? Hey, the mail. Ugh. I'd rather not say what state I'm in because of personal reasons, but I'm a southerner of the United States, so born and raised southerner and everything. I don't know. Alright guys, well I gotta go because I probably should go lay down. Oh shit, I just realized I didn't take, never mind. I take medication for my nightmares because I have really bad nightmares and stuff. Probably should go take that, but I don't know I don't even know if I should bother at this point because I don't give a shit. But I hope that y'all stay safe. For the love of God, take precautions with COVID because you do not want this. And everything, you don't. But at the same time, if you get COVID, do not beat yourself up over it. It's affecting everyone, so just be careful and everything. Hope you get better and take care. Hope you get better, get some rest. I will. I love you all so much. You guys are literally the cutest little phantoms ever. I love you guys forever. And I want to try and keep you guys updated. Keep an eye on the community tab because I'll see if I can keep you all updated there. Sending you prayers. I hope you feel better soon. Thank you, RFJ. You're too sweet. Y'all be safe out there. Don't be silly and everything like that. Just take precautions. But again, if you get COVID, don't be too hard on yourself because it's affecting everyone. Love you guys. Bye.